Hello, what is the value of x given that you have x to the power of log x in base 5 equals 625? Then let's have it to be solution. So let's apply method 1. So from here, let's take log in base 5 of both sides of this expression. When we are going to have log in base 5 of this x to the power of log x in base 5 equals log 625. Remember, it's in base 5. Then this is the power. We come down to base, so we are going to have log x in base 5. This is the power. Then multiply by this again, log x in base 5 equals log 625 in base 5. So after this one, log x in base 5 repeated 2 times. This implies we are going to have log x in base 5 in parentheses to the power of 2 equals log. We can have 625 as 5 to the power of 4, then in base 5. Because we believe that 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, this will give us 625 from here. So we have it as this. Then this also is a power. We come down to base. So here we are going to have log x in base 5 in parentheses to the power of 2 equals 4 multiplied by log 4 in base 4. Sorry, log 5 in base 5. Now remember that when we have log a in base a, this will give you 1. So definitely we are going to have log x in base 5 in parentheses to the power of 2 equals 4 times 1. This will give us 1. So from here, we have log x in base 5 in parentheses to the power of 2 equals 4. Now, let's take the square root of both sides to get rid of this. So we are going to have roots log x in base 5 in parentheses to the power of 2 equals positive or negative root 4. So from here, this we cancel this. We are going to have log x in base 5 equals positive or negative root 4 will give us 2. So from here, we have two options. We have the first one to be log x in base 5 to be equals plus 2. And we also have log x in base 5 to be equals minus 2. Then let us recall that anytime when we have log a in base b that equals c, from here, this the log relation to exponents will be a equals b to the power of c. So applying it here, meaning we are going to have this to be x equals 5 to the power of 2. And so 5 to the power of 2, x will be equals 25. The first solution. Likewise, when you apply this one here, we are going to have x to be equals 5 to the power of minus 2. Then recall that when we have a to the power of minus n equals as 1 divided by a to the power of n. So here will be 1 divided by 5 to the power of 2. And this will be x equals 1 divided by 5 to the power of 2 will give us 25. This is the second solution for the problem. Then let's check the another method. So we want to apply method 2. In this method 2, let's take log in base x of both sides of this expression. So we are going to have this log in base x of this x to the power of log x in base 5 to both sides. Here will also be log this in base x of 625. So from here, this power will come down to base also will be x. Sorry, this is the power will be log x in base 5 multiplied by this log x in base x equals log 625 in base x. So we have log x in base 5 multiplied by this is a log x in base x. This will give us 1 equals log 625 in base x. So we have this to be log x in base 5 equals log, we can have 625 as 5 to the power of 4, then in base x. Then when we have log p to the power of m, this power m will come down to base as m multiplied by log p. So we have this power to be, let's write this first, log x in base 5 equals 4 multiplied by log 5 in base x. Now, we have log x in base 5. We also have log 5 in base x. Let us recall that when we have log a in base b, this is equivalent to as 1 divided by log b in base a. So we can apply it to this one. It will now be equals 1 divided by log x in base 5. So from here we have log x in base 5 equals 4 multiplied by 1 divided by log x in base 5, the reciprocal of this that equivalent to this, by using this idea. Now to eliminate this, let's multiply through by log x in base 5. This will also be multiplied by log x in base 5. So obviously this will cancel out this, and this will be log x in base 5 repeated 2 times equals this and equals 4. So from here, when we take the square root of both sides, this implies we are going to have log x in base 5 equals positive or negative 2. The same thing we got with the previous, we are going to have log x in base 5 equals 2, or we have log x in base 5 equals minus 2. So from here, we are going to have our x to be equals 5 to the power of 2. And so x will be equals 25. Happening to this one, we also have x to be equals 5 to the power of minus 2, which equivalent to as 1 divided by 5 to the power of 2. And x will be equals 1 divided by 25. This is the second method. Let's check the third method. To take the method 3, let's introduce common log to both sides. And what do we mean by this common log is that when we have log p in common log equals as log p to be base 10. This is what we refer to as common log. So when we take the common log of both sides, we have here to be log x to the power of log x in base 5. This is the common log, also equals as log 625. So from here, we are going to have this to come down to base as x. So log x in base 5 multiplied by log x. This will come down to base as this multiplied by this equals log 625. So from here, we can write this. Recall that when we have log a in base b equals as log a divided by log b. So applying to this one, we have log x divided by log 5 multiplied by this log x equals log 625. When you multiply this together, we are going to have log x in parentheses to the power of 2 divided by log 5 equals log 625. So we have this as log x in parentheses to the power of 2 divided by log 5 equals log 5 to the power of 4. And this, we have it as log x in parentheses to the power of 2 divided by log 5 equals 4 multiplied by log 5. So let's multiply through by log 5. This and this will cancel. So we are going to have only log x in parentheses to the power of 2 equals 4 multiplied by log 5 in parentheses to also in power of 2. Let's say the square root of both sides as this. So this will cancel this. We have log x equals, when we take the root of this, instead of have positive or negative, root of 4 will give us 2 multiplied by this. This root will also cancel this. We have multiplied by log 5. So from here, when we divide by log 5, this will cancel out this. We have this as log x in base 5 equals positive or negative 2. So from here as well, x will be equals 5 to the power of 2, which equals 25. Also, x will be equals 5 to the power of minus 2 equals 1 divided by 25. So if you are new and you find video interesting, don't forget to share, like, comments, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more maths tutorial videos. Bye-bye.